Romney's been asked often about his taxes because he's only released 1 year, 2010. In that year, he paid only 13.9% tax rate. Now, gee, I wonder if he didn't release the rest of it because he paid an even smaller amount. Well, they asked him about that, and here's his comical answer.
We know that there was 1 year when you paid about a 13.9% tax rate. Can we clear this up by asking you a simple yes or no question? Was there ever any year when you paid lower than the 13.9%?
Well, I haven't calculated that. I'm happy to go back and look, but my view is I have paid all the taxes required by law. I don't pay more than are legally due. And frankly, if I had paid more than are legally due, I don't think I'd be qualified to become president. I think people would want me to follow the law and pay only what the tax code requires.
You wouldn't be qualified to be president if you just paid your normal taxes, like you got a 35% rate if you paid 35%? He's like, oh, no. If I didn't hide my money in the Cayman Islands and Bermuda and Switzerland, they wouldn't elect me president. What? If you didn't hide your money in other countries when you're running to be the president of our country, we wouldn't elect you president? What are you talking about? And you don't remember? You don't remember if you ever paid less than 13.9%? Now look, who can look at that honestly, even if you're the most conservative, most Republican guy in the world, and say that was a truthful answer? You don't remember what your taxes were? You don't remember if you ever paid less than 14%? Oh, get. Nobody in the country believes that. Of course it was less. It gets worse. Watch.
You say you would go back and look. You'd look for us?
I haven't looked at the tax rate paid year by year. I know that I pay a very substantial amount of taxes in every year since the beginning of my career, so far as I can recall.
Did you hear that last part? This son of a bitch didn't pay any taxes in some of those years. Because he said, I pay a very substantial amount of taxes. Now, that's an easy out, right? Because even if he paid 1% or 2%, since he's so rich, it's still a substantial amount. But he couldn't leave it at that. He said at the end, the lawyerly out there, as far as I can recall. That means there were some years he didn't pay any taxes. Here, play it again. Watch.
You say you would go back and look. You'd look for us?
I haven't looked at the tax rate paid year by year. I know that I pay a very substantial amount of taxes in every year since the beginning of my career, so far as I can recall.
So far as I can recall. That is the classic lawyerly answer. So, that year I paid no taxes. I just couldn't recall it at the time. And you know Romney's memory, it's quite faulty. He can't remember cutting that kid's hair who was gay. He can't remember if he's ever paid taxes lower than 14%. He can't ever remember if he didn't pay any taxes some year as he was hiding his money in Switzerland, Bermuda, and the Cayman Islands. And those are the tax shelters we know about because of the year of taxes he filed in 2010.
Well, this is the thing. Well, this first part talking about how, I can't get elected if I actually pay my 35%.
Yep.
You know, it's another instance of staying in your bubble. He's like, well, the guys I've been talking to, all these rich guys they're trying to get me elected, there's no way they'd vote for me if I actually paid, because then they'd be like, well, whose side are you on here? You're paying your taxes. He only sees what's right in front of him. And this guy has the worst. I mean, you don't have to even know anything about the facts to see someone lying. It's like a caricature. How it's straight down the page of like a blueprint of how do you lie badly. It's a laughter every time he lies, and it's the most obvious lie.
Last word on that. Anytime you hear someone say, so far as I can recall, what they're saying is a 100% lie. If you hear me saying it, I'm lying. Okay, that's your classic like, did that happen? I just couldn't recall it.